In the last 20 years, the wine-drinking world has discovered the pleasures of the distinctive high-quality wines made in New Zealand. The Sauvignon Blancs and Chardonnays from Marlborough in the South Island, and the Pinot Noirs and Merlots from the north. And Babich Wines is one of New Zealand's most well-recognised global brands.
There are many factors that go towards making great wine. Quality comes from an understanding of the climate and the soils in which the grapes are grown, and knowing how to craft good wine from those grapes. This can only be achieved through experience, and experience goes hand in hand with tradition.
It was in 1911 that a 14-year-old Croatian immigrant, Josip Babich, planted the first vines here in Henderson, north of Auckland. Josip and his brothers were soon in business. And here the family has been ever since, making wine the traditional way. His son Peter has spent over 50 years in the business and seen his father's vision transformed.
The grapevine and its product, wine, that's in our bloodstream really, because coming from Central Europe, the Adriatic, that's what it was very strong about. So they had a tendency, or strong tendency, to go into wine, and I think he'd be amazed if he saw how far his little wine company has got. I would say that between putting up good quality, good service, good value, it's let the company grow, and we still stick to those principles basically.
Peter's brother Joe was 40 years a winemaker and has a string of award-winning vintages with his name on the label. Babich Wines have tasted success in the United States and Europe, with 80% of their production now going for export.
The wine industry, it's a long-term thing. Winemaking is a long-term issue, and there's so much involved, you just can't learn it overnight. There's just no substitute for the experience. We're always in touch with the market. I mean, you definitely have to be. There's no use making a wine that no one wants to buy. So the market at the moment is for these fresh, vibrant New Zealand varietal, white wines in particular, but also red wines emerging. And if you're aware of what the market wants, and then we try to tailor those wines with the grapes we have available to suit the market demand. You can't make good wine without good grapes. And frankly, you can be the best winemaker in the world. You can make a reasonable wine, but you won't make a great wine. You have to have good grapes, and I'm quite thankful that in our company that through our experience and time that we have been able to develop good vineyards.
In Marlborough, Babich Wines have some of their best. The rivers have laid down free-draining soils on wide river terraces. The summers are dry with long hot days followed by cool nights, which brings on the aroma and flavour of the grapes. There's no substitute for time, knowledge and experience in quality winemaking, and Peter and Joe Babich have both spent a lifetime in the business. Nature provides the raw material from which a fine product can be crafted. Delivering it to discerning customers worldwide is the challenge for the new generation.
Although we're one of the largest family-owned wineries in New Zealand, we're still a very small winery on global terms, so it is quite tough. Being successful in the marketplace and continuing to, well, survive at the very least, but prosper like we've been doing on a world market, I think it is a mix between presenting quality, being passionate about what you do, having experience, and always offering a good deal to the consumer.
Babich Wines uses traditional techniques to produce over 1 million bottles of fine wine per vintage, then sends them to distant markets where they win medals and win friends. The art of winemaking runs in the Babich blood.
It's on the edge of the art world, and it's very challenging, and it drives you to see if you can do better next time. And when you've done a good job, it's rewarding, possibly a bit like the artist. Sometimes it's not to have a lot of money in it, but you get well rewarded in the product that you've created.